course, the way I work is anytime I see an anime, I'm always curious about the manga and how it's adapted because it's good to know for artistic purposes. I'm not even joking about that. All right, this thing, Pretty Garden Sailor Moon, Eternal Edition, whatever, right? It's blah, 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 blah. So it's basically the manga that came out, but there was something interesting that I found because this has an updated translation and notes. Look, hey, Naru-chan, are you here to rent a video? They had to put, you know how on like mangas, they tell you about like what certain things are? Rent a video, page 268, long before the magic of Netflix, before even DVDs, mankind recorded movies on little boxes with magnetic tape inside called video cassettes. They had to explain to a younger generation what video tapes were in a manga. All right? Tell me that's not freaking hilarious. Look, they had to go to a shop. See? The whole thing is just amazing to me that this is like an official release. They'd be viewed with an ancient machine. Way to make them feel, you know, the readers who made this popular. Yeah.
They had to explain rentals and VHS. I hate this timeline.
Right? But not for nothing, at least don't call it an ancient machine because most of the people who started watching Sailor Moon had to record it on a VHS, which we didn't have at the time. Plus, they had to buy VHS copies of these things if they ever wanted to see it because, there wasn't on-demand anything. So, ancient machine called the VCR, and to obtain more videos, one had to set out into brick and mortar shops. You didn't explain what brick and mortar was, huh? Shops to buy them. Alternatively, if somebody wanted to watch a video cassette but not necessarily own it, they could go to a rental shop where a customer could borrow a video for a fee because one had to have the physical cassette in order to view the video contained thereon. If all cassettes for a certain movie were already rented out, a customer looking for that movie would be out of luck, and their only recourse would be to choose a different movie or drive across, let's say, town to a different rental shop. Dark times. But, at least it's been archived in a not so flattering way, so younger generations know how difficult it was to watch anime. Just an eye-opening experience from the world of manga that certain things people grew up with now have to be explained in detail to people who have no idea what the concept is. And you wouldn't think that because, if you're older, you probably remember either if it wasn't a video cassette, it would be like renting a game from Blockbuster or whatever, some game store or whatever. Like, that was a thing. You could rent games and stuff like that. It wasn't like Steam now where it's like, oh, dude, you got demos and all the stuff free, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't like that. But, again, I found this interesting as a sign of the times. So I guess moving forward, don't work on a series that focuses predominantly on stuff from the 80s and 90s because nobody knows what it's going to mean and you're going to need indexes of all these weird little instances of what the hell's happening. Can you imagine working on a retro comic now where it takes place in the 80s and you're like, yeah, let's go to the video store and rent a movie. Dude, a kid would be like, just use your phone, bro. Well, there are no phones. This doesn't exist. This isn't even real. You guys are making this up as it goes along. No, there's no phone. There's no cell phones. No. You're out of your mind. You expect me to believe there's no phones and you had to go out to get a movie? Yeah, that's kind of how it was the 80s. This takes place in the 80s. What is that even? What is that even? Okay, Super Mario Brothers? Yeah, I know Mario Brothers. Yeah, that came out in the 80s. I got it on my Switch. Okay, yeah, when we had it, it was on the NES. Yeah, I know, Nintendo. Okay, we had a cartridge. Yeah, I got those on my Switch. Okay, imagine that. All right, we're making a connection now. Imagine, right, that game cartridge that you have for your Switch having a movie on it, right? Right? You with me? Yeah. Okay. Now, to view that movie, you got to put it in something else that's like a Switch. But it plays videos. It plays MPEGs, MP4s. Wait, doesn't it just stream? No, it doesn't stream. No internet. No, now you're just making this up. The land before time, this guy over here. No internet. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna believe that.